The GEEK Files, 2026, February 15th, Burnaby. So, yeah, winterish of 2000 or 1986, calm air in Thompson. Another mining town, northern nowhere, not, at least there's paved roads in and out. Full of noofs, good, hardworking, no nonsense people, full of noofy women looking for husbands as well. It's fairly flat out to Hudson Bay, so Thompson gets cold. It just slices through you. I logged up in Prince George, in which, we're going to get into this argument drawing what cold, but 20 below was nice working weather for logging, various reasons. But 15 below in Thompson, man, the wind coming off the Hudson Bay, all that moisture coming uphill, it just cut through you like a knife, right to the bone. Which is probably why the noofs liked it. It was just like being on the rock. Calm Air was just moving. It's operated out of Churchill. They had crew houses up there. They rented the military hangar from, World War II military hangar, big hangar. You could turn a DC-4 around inside the hangar. That's how big this thing was. But for whatever reason, they wanted to move their hangar to Thompson. Headquarters was in Thompson on 60 Seal Road. The headquarters was affectionately known as the 60 Seal Road Scotch Club, because Arnie at the time was a pretty good drinker. Rumor was that when you went in for your weekly meeting at 10 o'clock, the scotch was already flowing. They had bought the helicopter hangar and had a tent hangar so that we could that would fit the nose of, it was a nose hangar for the Twin Otter, all the heavy stuff on the DC-4 and Hawker Siddeley 748s was still done out of Churchill when I got there. They would fly crews. There was sort of a weekly or daily maintenance crews up there, but for the heavy maintenance, they would still fly the crew from Thompson up there. I don't remember how I didn't have a vehicle. I don't remember how I got there. I don't remember who I carpooled with. It was vicious. If I remember, it was 6 days on nights, 7 days off, 8 days on nights, 7 days on, 6 days on nights. No, that's not right. It must have been eight night shifts, 7 days off, 6 night shifts, 7 days off, 8 night shifts, 7 days off, then 6 day shifts. Shifts ran, I believe, from 8 to 8. And they flew the butts off those aircraft. The Hawker Siddeley 748s had the record for the most hours flown of any Hawker Siddeley in the world. I mean, these things were just getting pounded. So yeah, and then at 2 o'clock on the third day into night shift, man, everything became funny. It was a pretty good run maintenance system. It was a British guy from the Royal Air Force that was the head of maintenance. Sig, who I've talked about before in the ghost from the helicopter hangar, was a German guy. They had a properly set up spares system where you had to sign out whatever you took out of spares to an aircraft. It was a rolling maintenance system where you did a bit of the inspection every night on any particular aircraft. Some of the crew chiefs were better than other crew chiefs. Barry was okay, but he got involved in too much of the important stuff. And I can't remember the really good crew chief who always took the least important job of the night so that he could help everybody. And that was, I really learned a lot about being a manager from that guy. I don't know where he learned the skills, but he was really, really good at it. You know, this is the guy who made sure that fresh coffee got made, that someone was assigned to make fresh coffee for the crew at the 3 breaks that we had. Yeah, met some really great guys. I got Jeffy. Jeffy was working in Flin Flon at some little float operation. And I got him a job there. We were on opposite shifts, and we shared this really crappy 1-bed apartment. It was finding a place to live was a little easier, but heart-stoppingly expensive. Food was better because more access to roads than Leaf or Leaf Rapids, which was just middle of nowhere. Yeah, so there I was in Thompson, looking after DC-4s, Hawker 748s, Twin Otters. They got a DC-3 that we looked after. What else? Was there a King Air? There might have been a King Air. And, as they built this huge hangar in Thompson around us I don't think Thompson is actually permafrost, but it is really sensitive to frost heaving, because it's it gets minus 35, minus 40 for a good chunk of the year. Work with some great people. Anyway, we'll talk more about the adventures at Calm Air, because there was some good ones. So yeah, Bobby Wiggins, from the story from Jeffy hosing Bobby down, he wound up in Thompson working for a different company. But he was up there. So yeah, lots of fun. So yeah, make inappropriate life decisions. You don't make any money, but yeah, you get good stories.